Hello everyone. I'm here to take a practical class on the subject of physiotherapy in neurological conditions, and today's topic is balance examination. When we talk about balance examination, we test the balance of a person, the balance of your patient. So for balance examination, I'll show you 4 very commonly used balance tests. One is Romberg test, number 2 is Sharpen-Romberg's test, number 3 is get up and go test, and number 4 is one leg stance test. So moving to number 1, that is Romberg's test. So in Romberg's test, the patient is asked to stand with both the feet together, and the arms, the shoulders should be in 90 degree of abduction, usually, and a mixture of flexion. And the patient is said, this standing is said to be as reach standing. So the patient is in reach standing position, and then the patient is asked to close his eyes. And with closure of eyes, you can count 30 seconds. So you can check for 30 seconds and you can notice for any sway of the patient. If the patient is not having any sway, that means the test is negative. But if the patient is having a sway, like for example, the patient is swaying this way, or the patient tends to fall down, or maybe the patient is swaying the other side and tends to fall down, in that case your test is positive. So that's about Romberg's test. So usually you need to measure it from 30 seconds to 60 seconds. But be very careful when you go for balance examinations or balance tests, because the tendency of falling is very high. So you must be very much controlled about your patients and very cautious when you do the balance examinations. Number 2 is Sharpen-Romberg's test. When you talk about Sharpen-Romberg's test, it is a modified Romberg's test. There is something modification to the earlier Romberg's test. So if you usually find the Romberg's test to be negative, for more upgradation or more modification, you can go for a Sharpen-Romberg's test. In Sharpen-Romberg's test, the patient is in a tandem standing position. This position, where one leg is in front of the other leg, the heel of one leg is touching the toe of the other leg. This is called a tandem standing position. So the patient is in a tandem standing position, possibly with the arms crossed across the chest, and then the patient is tested for around 30 seconds in this position. This can also be modified with eyes closure. So you can also ask the patient to close the eyes, which is the highest level of modified Romberg's test, and sway can be noticed. If the patient does not have any sway, that means the test is negative. If the patient has a sway, like he sways probably on the backward or tries to fall down on the frontwards, then the test is positive. That's the modified or Sharpen Romberg's test. Moving to the third test, that is get up and go test. The patient is asked to sit on a chair or probably on a stool or a tool, and then the patient is asked to get up from the chair. So get up from the chair and then walk around 3 meters. I do not have 3 meters here, I'll show. So for around few steps, but actually the patient should walk for around 3 meters and then turn around and then again come back and sit on the chair. So that is get up and go test. So there is get up, go, and then again come back. So this test is also one of the tests for balance examination, where you can check the balance. Number 4 is one leg stance test. In one leg stance test, the patient is asked to stand in one leg. So either it can be tested with the left leg up or the right leg up. Let me check with the right leg on the ground and the left leg up. So this is one leg stance test. So in this position, I'm putting my whole weight on one leg, one particular leg, and the other leg is in swing. That means it is off the ground, and this leg is on stance. So one leg stance test. So this can also be tested for around 30 to 60 seconds. This can again be modified with eyes closure, and you can see the sway of the patient, if the patient has any sway or not. If there is no sway, then the test is negative. If there is a sway, either with eyes closure or eyes opening, first of all check for eye opening and then for eye closure. If there is a sway, then the test is positive. So these are the 4 basic commonly used tests for balance examinations. In the next classes, we will move for the other neurological assessment. Thank you.